Hi, I'm Billy Gwaltney, and this is the CYA Podcast. This show is for the physician who understands the importance of protecting everything you've worked so hard to achieve. Each week, I'll bring you tips and advice to help you cut through the clutter and misinformation and show you exactly what you need to preserve your income and way of life. If you're ready to achieve the peace of mind that only financial security can bring, let's get started. Welcome to today's episode of the Cover Your Assets podcast. This is Billy Gwaltney, and as always, I'm happy to be with you. This episode, we're going to cover the rate is the rate. I work with thousands of physicians across the country, and I'm talking with them regularly regarding discounted true specialty on-occupation disability coverage. And for those that are in the process of deciding which coverage to get, how much to pay, what broker to work with, kind of in the buying mode, I'll send a spreadsheet that shows discounted rates with the top 4 contracts. And there are only 4. As we sit here today, there used to be 6, then there were 5, now there are 4. Outside of these 4, it gets muddied quickly in ways that would be complicated and regretful, likely over the course of a career, especially if a claim is filed. Those 4 are Mass Mutual, Emeritus, Guardian, and Principal. All of the clients that we're working with that are choosing their coverage, they're looking at a spreadsheet with those 4, and they include the discounted rates with each company. And so as a broker, I show the maximum discounts always. For whatever reason, these companies give their largest discounts to trainees. I do end up working with attendings that, for whatever reason, don't get around to purchasing while they're a trainee, and they usually pay more. The insurance companies kind of roll out the red carpet to trainees. But whatever rate you're looking at, even if you are an attending, the rates that I am quoting you are their maximum discounts available for your specialty, for your gender, for your state, for the company that you're choosing between or the evaluating and comparing. You are paying or would pay what my sister would pay or my brother would pay for the exact same coverage. It's what I would pay. There's no way to get it any less expensive with the same apples to apples comparison. And so in addressing this, I want to make sure a few things are clear with regard to the rate. One is that there has to be a broker on the application. Disability insurance is not like real estate. You cannot negotiate a rate with one broker versus another. Okay, so if you say, talk to another broker, said, this guy quoted me $150 a month, can you do it for $120? That doesn't work in disability insurance because the rates are on file with each insurance commissioner in each state, and the rate is the rate. Also, you cannot go direct to an insurance company. If you contacted, say, Mass Mutual directly and said, hey, I've got a quote from an insurance agent for $150 a month, can you do it for less because I'm coming direct, and omit the broker, they would send you to me or someone like me because there has to be a broker on the application when you purchase it. The premium that you pay has the broker commission or compensation built into it, or you could say it's baked into the contract. The broker gets a small percentage of the premium that you pay for the life of the policy. And this is designed to incentivize me, hopefully me, but whoever you work with, it's designed to incentivize your broker to try to keep you happy. And it's up to you to make sure that your broker earns their keep. We're involved with all of our clients. I work with, close to 2,000 clients across the country, actually all over the world, because you, ladies and gentlemen, move everywhere, which I love. We have clients in Australia, Europe, North and South America, seemingly everywhere in between. But obviously the majority are in the U.S., and we help them with everything from the designing the coverage and making sure the definitions are what they're supposed to be and that they see it in writing, keeping up with their changes in addresses, which are frequent in a lot of cases, making sure that they increase their coverage as their income increases and making sure they understand what that process is like and what they need to do. And then also advocating for them at the time of claim. That's a big deal. Your broker matters. Your broker can be as involved in a claim as you want him or her to be. And that's where you need a broker that insurance companies know and actually like working with. I'm not a claims person, obviously, so I don't make the final decision, but we do have clients on claim. We offer them the opportunity to sign an extra authorization to allow me to speak with the claims person directly which all of them have done. I don't think we have any clients on claim that have not wanted that authorization signed. And then we advocate for them, and we've been able to move the needle and make sure that things that might get lost in translation are translated correctly. The top companies are excellent at processing claims and adjudicating that for you. However, your broker is involved to make sure that you have an advocate, and that's important. So you need to make your broker earn their keep. So again, the rate is the rate. If you see a lower rate than what you're looking at on a spreadsheet that I gave you, it means one of three things. It means, number one, you're not getting as much coverage. It's for less coverage, okay, which I've seen happen, and people didn't know it was for less coverage. Two, it means you're not getting the most vital definitions. Just because you have a policy with Guardian doesn't mean that it has the best definitions, doesn't mean it has the vital definitions. And so it's very possible to have a quote with a company and see a lower rate, and it's because it's missing stuff. We've seen that happen numerous times. So you're not getting those definitions. Or three, it means you're looking at a graded premium or a step-rated premium, which means that you're getting a lower rate while in training in exchange for greatly overpaying in the future. And there's a step-rated premium that one company offers where the broker gets paid twice. Like they get paid an extra commission up front when you convert over to a level premium. We don't have any clients on that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have my brother or sister do that. It's not in their best interest in our experience. And so that could explain why you're getting a lower rate. A lot of Guardian quotes seem to have that step rated, and people don't know that that's really what they're looking at. And we've just seen this over and over and over. Just last week, a new client I'm working with, he's in California. Before he became a client, he emailed me saying that he got a cheaper rate for the exact same policy with another broker. And I replied and said, hey, I commend you for obtaining coverage. It is significant to get it. However, if it's a lower rate, then one of these three things is likely occurring. And I asked him if he'd be open to sending me the specific quote that the other agent gave him, and I'd review it. And if it's better, I'd congratulate him and wish him the best. I don't claim to be all-knowing, so maybe there's a discount out there that I've missed. I haven't seen one yet that I've missed, but it doesn't mean it couldn't happen. And plus, I have no desire to get a client or work with a client that I haven't earned. If I get beat, I get beat, and the other broker deserves it, so more power to him. So I offered that, and as it happened, or has happened numerous times before, he didn't have the exact quote. The other broker was not going to give him the quote until after he applied and went through the medical screening process, which is total baloney. That's baloney, okay? We give every single client the quote before they apply, okay? And that's totally legit for you to see it in writing before you jump through any hoops. Please do that. You need to verify that the rate is the rate and that it has the exact definitions and terms that you want on it. And they can show you where the discount is. The discount should be on the quote. So I recommended to this client, I just said, hey, you should email or contact the other agent and demand the quote. Just say, hey, send me the quote. I want to see it, which he did. And the broker sent it to him, and come to find out the broker had made a mistake. And the correct rate with that broker was actually higher because that broker did not know about the actual discount, which blows my mind, although it shouldn't, because I've seen this over and over and over. So many insurance agents and brokers who really don't know as much about this marketplace as they should to be in it. They'll say things and then correct things. And if you're already through the medical screening process, I don't know if this is their intention, but I've certainly heard training programs with certain insurance companies where they say, hey, get them through the medical screening process. And then if you're wrong on the quote, they'll already have jumped through those hoops and they'll say it's not that big a deal. Go ahead and do it. And they'll just take it. That's just not the way business should be done. So I would love to work with each and every one of you, but whoever you work with, don't be part of a sad story. Make sure that you have in writing what you're getting. And remember, the rate is the rate. That's just the way it is. And I would love and be happy to discuss your situation in more detail. I certainly want to back up what I've said and welcome the opportunity to chat with you. Please feel free to text me anytime. to arrange a conversation or to answer questions. My number is 704-270-2376. Again, that's 704-270-2376. We'd be happy to discuss with you. Until we meet again, this is Billy Gwaltney. Thank you, as always, for your time.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.